Hello there, how you doing? And welcome to Big Hero 6. The movie begins with Hiro, the main character, spending all his time butt fighting, much to his brother Tadashi's disappointment, since Hiro is a genius and graduated high school at 13, but he spends all his time butt fighting and not doing something with his massive mind. But Tadashi isn't going to stop Hiro from going butt fighting and actually drives him there. Before going to the butt fights, Tadashi stops at his college to grab something. There Hiro meets Gogo, Wasabi, Honey Lemon and Fred, who are all Tadashi's friends. Tadashi also shows Hiro Baymax, a healthcare robot that he's been working on. After seeing what they're doing at Tadashi's college, Hiro realizes that he wants to go there, but to get in he has to impress Professor Callahan at the annual expedition. Hiro comes over with microbots, which are nanobots that are controlled by the mind. Professor Callahan is impressed by Hiro and gives Hiro a letter of invitation to the school. As they are leaving to go home and celebrate, a fire starts in the building where the expedition took place, and Tadashi hears that Professor Callahan is still in there, and he runs in to save him, and the building explodes with Tadashi and Professor Callahan inside. A few weeks later, Hiro is still mourning his brother's death and hasn't registered himself at the school. He accidentally drops something on his foot which activates Baymax, and while trying to deactivate Baymax he finds a microbot going crazy. And Hiro thinks it's broken, but Baymax thinks it's going somewhere. Baymax decides to follow it and see where it wants to go, with Hiro not far after. The microbot leads them to an abandoned warehouse, and in this warehouse Hiro picks up a broom as self-defense, but in the next scene there is no broom and there was no sound indicating he dropped it. Hiro also finds that someone is mass-producing his microbots, and that someone shows up in a mask, and Hiro and Baymax barely escape. Hiro thinks that the masked person that has his microbots is the person who started the fire that killed his brother. To be ready to confront him, Hiro makes Baymax some armor, and he makes a fighting ship for Baymax, since Baymax only had a healthcare ship that Tadashi created. They go back to the same warehouse again, but this time it's completely empty and the microbot is trying to go somewhere else. The microbot leads them to the dock this time, and there they see the guy again. Then Fred, Gogo, Honey Lemon and Wasabi show up, and they get spotted and they get chased by the guy in the mask, who makes them drive into the water. And before they all drown, Baymax floats up to the surface, and Fred says he knows a place they can hide and dry at. He leads them to his home, which to everyone's surprise is a massive mansion. Fred thinks the guy in the mask is Kree, a billionaire early wanted to buy the microbots, but Hiro said no. Baymax reveals that he scanned the guy in the mask since he was programmed to scan everyone he meets, so Hiro gets the idea to upgrade Baymax scan so he can scan the whole city at once. He also thinks that the whole team could use an upgrade. He creates a purse for Honey Lemon in which she can create her own colorful chemical bombs, and he gives Gogo some rollerblades on steroids. He creates a furry suit that shoots fire and jumps high for Fred. And for Wasabi, he basically gets 2 lightsabers on his hands. He makes an Iron Man suit for Baymax with a rocket hand, an upgraded sensor and the ability to fly. And his own suit has the ability to magnet himself onto Baymax's back. Hiro and Baymax fly up to a blimp that's above the city and scan the entire city. They locate the guy in the mask on an island not too far away from the city. The entire team flies over there, and when they get there they realize that it used to be a testing facility, but it was abandoned. They find some old security footage where they see that Kree was testing teleportation, but when they tried it with people, one of the portals exploded, and because of this the other portal basically became a black hole. They were forced to close the portal and lost the test girl in the process. The guy in the mask appears, and Hiro tells them to go for the mask since that is where the control to the microbots are. Hiro is able to knock off the mask, and it's revealed to be Professor Callahan. And I feel like Baymax and Professor Callahan should have met at some point at the school. And since Baymax is programmed to scan everyone he meets, shouldn't he have been able to connect the guy in the mask with Callahan? Hiro is confused since he died in an explosion along with Tadashi, but no, he survived thanks to the microbots. Hiro says that Tadashi went in to save the professor and asks why he just let Tadashi die, and Callahan says that it was Tadashi's own mistake. Hiro takes up Baymax's medical ship, so he only has the fighting ship left, and orders him to destroy Callahan, but Callahan is able to get his mask back and get away. The rest of the team are able to get the medical ship back into Baymax. Hiro gets mad at them and flies back with Baymax without them. Once he returns home, Hiro tries to remove Baymax's medical ship, but Baymax won't let him. To calm Hiro, Baymax plays a clip of Tadashi during Baymax's development. The team shows up and Hiro apologizes to him, and they show him some more of the security footage. There they see Callahan running into the control center super pissed when the experiment failed. They rewind the footage and see that the girl they used for the test was actually Callahan's daughter. Callahan goes to Kree Tech building and rebuilds one of the portals and starts to destroy the entire building. Hiro and his team come and try to stop Callahan and take the mask, but they are all smarter by Callahan. So Hiro gets the idea to instead try to get the portal to suck up all the microbots. So while Baymax and Hiro distract Callahan, the rest of the team start destroying pillars of microbots. When Callahan eventually tries to strike Baymax and Hiro, he is out of microbots. Baymax takes the mask and destroys it, which causes the rest of the microbots to stop working, and the microbots holding the portal to drop it. And the only way for the portal to be stopped is by it destroying itself, and for them to not be destroyed with the portal, they all start to run away. Everyone except for Baymax. He detects a living girl inside with the portal, and since no one else will save her, Baymax and Hiro go in to save her. They find her, but right before they can fly out, some debris comes and hits Baymax, which destroys his boost. So he will have to use his rocket hand to shoot Hiro and the girl through the portal. After finally accepting that that is the only way, Hiro says that he's satisfied with Baymax's service. And with that, Baymax shoots Hiro and the girl through the portal, and they barely get out before the portal explodes. After some time, Hiro finally goes to the school, and while decorating his new office, which is actually Tadashi's old office, he puts Baymax's rocket hand on a shelf, and he sees that in his hand is his health ship. And with that, Hiro is able to build a new Baymax.